Morning there, teacher. It's a pleasure to introduce myself here. On this day, 100 after the final day, we are on day 2. The field tests have already been carried out, and we are looking for a carbot. But I'm just kidding, teacher. We are on day 2 on the new beginning. It provides an accident in which I have experienced in my life. Among many that there have been, and it's a very important of me. And it is a one that has marked a before and an after my life. As many know, there are many ways to live accident day by day. We have too many accidents. A small accident like cutting a finger, and big accident like losing the bandage with a blender blade, and minimal accident like dying bit by a trailer with an elephant at the top of the container, and the common things. And how do we know we are living in a difficult moment? When we came from the war, a virus spread that gave rise to a global pandemic, which has unleashed chaos in each one of us. And all of this has thought was that we are insignificant for how great are the things that surround us. It's a difficult to know that for many it has only been a process of behind at home until all this happened, and for others it has been here depending on who is the person who is living it. Well, unfortunately, many people do not realize do not realize how difficult it is to deal with the church that this society generates in you. Among many other things, everything started normally. It was the first day of quarantine when I have to close my business and start insulating myself from the others. Then they named it home quarantine. A new way of living began. Everything was easy at first. It was to rest, sleep, eat, and rest. But the fear began to cause an anxiety attacks in me, and the fear of being infected. It was able to overcome and feel every 15 minutes that it was a short of breath, and that above all everything was going. But it was there when I realized it, that small oversight, or really take our life. I took so much care of my family that I became an extremist person, and I felt that everything was infected, and I was very scared. But then the worst moment of all came, to neglecting a person who suffered the most recorded accident I have ever experienced. While praying every day for my family, I forgot that a fundamental person was missing from her, and I did not realize that she left without taking any precaution. The accident that she had was not taking care of the virus, and about all my family not taking care of the virus to her, and she got seriously ill. We took her to the doctor, and it was the longest time of my life. There was 15 days of my life, an accident that cost very expensive in money, in time, in experimental and sentimental. At first, we admitted her to a private hospital, but then the resources ran out, and the money was ending, and my business went bankrupt. And above all, her health. That's difficult time because her health went from bad to worse, and we had to transfer her to a public hospital, and that's when we will left us. Guided by faith and not by sight. It was a difficult time. We had to get in touch to know a little about her. After a week, we didn't know more about her. In a few days after entering in that hospital, in the public hospital, what we last expected arrived. She died due to a respiratory arrest previously. Previously, she had a respiratory arrest. She had had one and then one out of this world for 30 minutes. But this time, she could not survive. And this was the worst. They were left to confirm if she had died of coronavirus, but they never gave an answer for me and for my family. I couldn't see it all at the end. I followed the funeral car at full speed illegally, which was escorted by a policeman. Everything was so fast, never the body lasted so little, but this time so I didn't see it not had his funeral, and we couldn't say goodbye, and we couldn't receive hugs, and above all we couldn't bury his body. We learn a lesson with my family. We learn a lesson. Time passes, and we had focused on ourselves and generate wealth on her, but we left a life that we didn't value. That is a word and more than anything precious in this world. This is a true history. It's the same as story, but it's my true history, which the word are short to narrate. I don't have a word for narrate to that history, but I know that it will serve you as a guide and gift of your own, and never leave them alone. Thank you, teacher. Have a nice day.